Hi y'all, it's Gammy here, and you probably think that I wouldn't take a bus from Springfield to Van Dorn in probably the most ludicrous ways possible, right?
Well, hey, I've gotten the weekly regional bus pass, so I'm saving an extra $240 because of this. So here we are on the Fairfax Connector's 322. So this bus is actually a loop line very similar to that of Q. You know, that one system that's in Fairfax City. So this route actually starts in Van Dorn Street. Then clockwise it would head into the car-dependent utopia known as Kingstown, then to the Franconia-Springfield metro station, then a good chunk of the Springfield area, then to Lincolnia and West End, and finally back to Van Dorn Street. So because it goes into a single clockwise loop similar to that of the Q, does that mean that it has its own companion route that goes counterclockwise? Well, good news! There's also the 321. And now you're probably wondering, wait, wouldn't it be better if you take this 321 because it's a little bit shorter? Well, yes, you're correct. The 321 is quicker. However, for the 321, there is a bit of a 5-minute extended gap at the 1 o'clock hour. And upon doing some research, basically the 322 and 321 would arrive both at the same time. So rather than wait in the hot, humid air, I decided to gamble and spend more time on an air-conditioned New Flyer, which this gamble did not pay off. You'll see later on. But anyways, let's take a look at the sights from this route, like this really awesome Pollo Peruano location. And going further down that road, you will find a Silver Diner as well. And yeah, this area is definitely full of strip malls. Very car dependent, and it doesn't help that the entire area of Springfield is chopped up by an insane amount of interstate highways. Literally the flag of Springfield reflects on it. But let's transition from the strip malls into the real reason why this bus exists. There you go! Suburbia. Yippers peppers, Suburbia. And that's the reason why these routes exist. And that is to keep the cars in the driveway and use the bus to connect to two different metro stations, the strip malls in Springfield, the 401 and 402, which will get its own video coming soon, and of course there is actually one more train station that we'll sort of see later on. And yes, what I just said about keeping a car on the driveway is certainly a no-brainer answer to everything. But as you can see, while Suburbia looks clean, Backlick Road is a completely different nightmare. Here is Backlick Road, and while you're just looking at the sidewalks, trust me when I say this road is completely plagued with gridlock and slow traffic. And certainly it makes it even worse when construction is being involved. And before anybody says, one more lane bro, no, there's not enough room to expand here. Anyways, this area right here is literally the 495. We're literally underneath it, and while sound barriers do their best, the cacophony of chaotic cars running above us is still very prominent. But as the 495 haunts us, there is magic right behind that Burger King, and that magic is known as the Backlick Road VRE station. Which, if we ignore the fact that it is potentially the least used VRA station in the entire system, minus Clifton Day, you have access to a lot of food. And also, fun fact, that was actually meant to be a metro station until it was consolidated into Franconia-Springfield. And as we pass through the Manassas line, you can see that there is road work being done, making this trip a little bit much more longer. And me realizing that I should have taken the 321. But, I'm on an air-conditioned New Flyer. It all works out. But what's not working out is what's going on at Edsel Road. Normally I try not to be political and create a social commentary, but this has been a very interesting situation. There's been plans for the County of Fairfax to allow the building of a data center Connector, literally next to these apartments that you're looking at right now. And of course, there has been pushback by neighbors, but more interesting, pushback from the city of Alexandria, because it is definitely super close to the Alexandria borders. Hopefully, with enough pushback, this will not happen, and the people of Lincolnia can live peacefully. But for now, our trip is almost about to be finished, and we close in on Van Dorn Street, one of the few meeting locations where the Fairfax Connector, WMATA Metro bus, and Dash buses meet together.
Well, that just about does it. So should you take this bus to go from Springfield to Van Dorn? Probably not. But I have a day pass, actually a regional weekly pass. So it doesn't work with the Metro, but I would just use the Metro if I were you. Anyways, I got errands to do, so till we meet again, thank y'all for watching. Bye-bye.